Good morning, Vaqueros. Today's Monday, April 28th, and it's currently 91 degrees. We are coming to you from our Edinburgh studio. I'm Leonardo Guajardo.
And I'm Victoria Gonzalez.
And this is
Vaquero News.
Campus news,
Events, games,
and activities.
all in one place.
this is Vaquero Radio,
The Val's student station.
Monday and Wednesday at 11 a.m.
Vaquero Radio.
where your
Where your story begins.
UTRGV's Ballet Folklorico will be attending the American College Dance Association at the National College Dance Festival. Here is Celeste Cruz with the story.
It really is a huge accomplishment.
UTRGV's Ballet Folklorico will present its choreography La Vera Cruz at the American College Dance Association, which will be held on Friday through May 5th at the George Washington University in Washington, D.C. Director of Ballet Folklorico at UTRGV, Miguel Peña, said the ACDA is an association for college dancers from all across the nation. The association divides the United States by regions, and UTRGV Folklorico will be representing the South Central region. Peña said this year is special since he is attending the ACDA as a director and choreographer.
Because the past few times we have taken guest artist pieces. So this time is extra special for me because it's the first time that not only as director or faculty going, it's my piece, no? So I think it's maybe one of the greatest achievements I have had in my career. And yeah, I mean, this is as high as you can get.
La Veracruz was created in 2016 where he implemented his previous knowledge from a mentor he had. Peña said he tried to simulate a roller coaster of emotions throughout the choreography.
Starting with a slow romantic piece, then something really energetic with the men, then go to a transition of slow pace music with all women, and in that part there's like this little trick of dancing with candles on their heads, to come back to another like dive of maybe emotions, no? With Zapateado, which is really energetic and using all the couples available for that dance.
Peña said there is a climax where the audience expects the performance to end, but in reality it gets better and has a grand finale that leaves the audience amazed.
And ending with La Bamba, which is a like an anthem of Veracruz, which almost everyone is familiar with. And then there's this little part at the end where we repeat La Bamba. In La Bamba, with the dancers usually create a moño with their feet, and that's really like surprising for the people, really exciting for the people to see.
Peña said the most rewarding part from watching the students bring his vision to life is the audience reaction.
I mean, they went crazy at the adjudication. I think that's the most rewarding part, no? Just seeing that other people really appreciates that we are doing here in the Valley.
UTRGV Ballet Folklorico dancer and choreographer Emmanuel Perales said it is possible for any type of dance representing the Rio Grande Valley and Mexican culture to make it on the national stage.
I'm hoping that the reactions we had here at ACDA carries on to the national stage to not only show that it is possible for any type of genre to make it to the national stage, but in this case for the RGV or UTRGV to take something as some people would look at as an extracurricular activity, such as, the Folklorico company, and making it somewhere like a national stage where you get recognized nationally.
To learn more about the ACDA's journey, follow at Ballet Folklorico UTRGV on Instagram. This is Celeste Cruz for Vaquero Radio.
Team Victorium is ready to enter the Student Government Association for the 2025-2026 academic year. Here's Victoria Gonzalez with the details.
It felt amazing because of the journey and the progress. And it felt an honor to get sworn in because, hey, like, we have that privilege, we have this opportunity now to help people. So it was an honor.
The Student Government Association announced 9.1% of eligible voters participated in the general elections, and those elected will represent the UTRGV student body for the 2025-26 academic year. In an email sent to Vaquero Radio, Associate Dean for Student Involvement Dema Olivares highlighted a few things SGA saw for the first time in UTRGV history. The association received 56 applications, along with having 6 contested races and 3 executive tickets on the ballot for the first time. Team Victorium won the executive ticket race, which includes President-elect Juan Espinosa and Vice President-elects Ian Alfaro and Clarissa Rendon. Alfaro said his team plans to maintain strong relationships with faculty and staff that the last administration established, but also create new ones.
We want SGA to have strong relationship with all administration, all faculties, and strong relationship with the students and the student clubs. That's what SGA is supposed to be. So highlighting that for sure, keeping the connectivity, showing student clubs how they can get more from SGA.
Espinosa said SGA promotes funds well, but personal engagement with student organizations makes a bigger impact. Team Victorium already started visiting groups such as the chess club, psychology club, and boxing club to build connections and visibility.
Just so they can get a sense of who we are as people and they can feel more at ease of being able to reach out to us. Because I think that was something that a lot of organizations informed us about, was they just wanted that more direct communication. And that's something we're hoping to provide especially.
According to Espinosa, because the SGA social media platform is large, one idea is to create vlogs where his team visits clubs and showcases their impact, as well as highlight influential students on campus.
And I think we want to highlight students like that, less highlighting just SGA and the executive team and more putting that light on the students that I think really make this campus what it is.
Alfaro said he wants more SGA members actively visiting clubs and taking the initiative to meet students one-on-one. He said the team is not limiting itself and is planning to branch out in new ways to connect.
Whether it's, going to clubs, telling our senators, hey, look, you're senator of College of Liberal Arts, focus on the clubs in your college, go meet with them, see how they're doing, what are their concerns, and really just keeping the students in loop with social media.
With the larger SGA team, Espinosa wants senators more involved in meetings, especially with their own colleges, to build stronger connections and gain first-hand experience.
So the idea is to integrate all the senators into what we do and hopefully give them those individual tasks of, like Ian said, you're going to oversee the students of these colleges really and try to get involved in what's done in that college. And hopefully that's something we can achieve so we can make SGA feel like a whole family.
Alfaro said since the team is composed of busy students, staying disciplined and supporting each other is essential.
There's might be one week where, I might not be feeling it, and that's where Juan comes in and lifts me up, right? He needs to be strong for me. Just lifting ourselves up, keeping that trust, and staying disciplined.
Espinosa wants to create a sense of family within SGA, moving past campaign tensions and focusing on unity. The goal now is collaboration and compromise, even when there are disagreements among themselves.
And we keep pushing forward for the betterment of the students of the university. And I think that's really important too when it comes to student government, because we want to make sure that it's seen as a collective. And even though we have our differences, we can still continue moving forward.
SGA held its inauguration ceremony last Wednesday at the Edinburgh Ballroom. Espinosa said as he was giving his speech, he felt like tearing up as he looked at everyone who helped his team win.
And I remember when I was looking around the room, everyone kept laughing or smiling. They're we knew, because I was just smiling at them you helped me in this, I appreciate it. But not just the people that helped us, but even the ones that weren't alongside us that ran, just seeing them have gone through this journey to finally being elected. I think it was just a very wholesome and heartfelt moment.
Alfaro said Team Victorium is there to listen and is always open to hearing ideas and concerns as it begins its leadership journey.
We're nice people. We would love to speak to anyone. We love staying connected. We love staying in the loop. We love hearing people's opinions and what it is, because there's always something to learn, and we love to learn.
The new elected SGA leaders will take office at noon, May 5th. This is Victoria Gonzalez for Vaquero Radio. SGA held its official inauguration for the newly elected executive team and senators. Here is Celeste Cruz with more.
Getting students more involved, getting their voices heard.
The Student Government Association held its inauguration ceremony for the new student representatives last Wednesday in the Edinburgh Ballroom. SGA consists of the student representatives from the executive team and senators from different UTRGV colleges who work together to make the university a better fit for students. Newly elected Senator at Large for Edinburgh, Kevin Flores, said he will have the opportunity of helping students directly.
We can just have a more direct impact on them, on things even when I tried my best as a student, I couldn't do. Now as a representative of UTRGV, now we can do more changes that students would like.
Senator for the Robert C. Vaquero College of Business and Entrepreneurship, Ingrid Gonzalez, said she will connect with the student body by hosting events.
I plan to work closely together with CSI to kind of make more events. I know the Stomp was a big one. or homecoming week. That's a big one. We also had Student Employment Recognition Week. So I will stay connected with CSI to kind of get students involved, try to take the advantage that our beautiful university offers. Also, I will work closely together with student associations, student orgs, and also students.
She said one of the challenges students face is not having an organization available on both campuses.
I do feel that for some students it might be challenging to take on a bus, to have their schedules not work for them, or to maybe perhaps have one class in one day in one city and the other another city, not be able to see their friends, not be able to be involved in student organizations because they're on one campus but the organization is in another campus.
The newly elected senators will take office May 5th. This is Celeste Cruz for Vaquero Radio.
A vibrant celebration of language, culture, and performance is taking center stage in Rio Grande Valley. Valeria Tokunaga has the story.
The 16th Annual International Latin Theater Festival is returning to UTRGV. Hosted by Latino Theater Initiatives, set for Friday and Saturday at Albert L. Jeffers Theater in Edinburgh. The festival highlights the power of Spanish language theater and the voices of the borderlands. One of the actors performing in this year's festival is Luis Javier Arias, a student for Brownsville campus. For him, taking part in Latin Theater Festival like this carries a deep personal and cultural meaning.
Well, it means a lot. This festival really celebrates what Spanish means to our culture here in the RGB. It's just part of who we are.
He's proud to represent Brownsville at the festival, seeing it as an opportunity to show the value of bilingual storytelling in a region where Spanish is part of a daily life.
Representing Brownsville is part of that. It's about representing my community, where speaking Spanish every day is totally normal. Festivals like this give us a chance to celebrate our language.
Arias also hopes the festival inspires future performers across the valley, especially those who might feel intimidated by the stage.
My advice is, if you're thinking about doing theater to perform, just go for it and get involved. Try it for the auditions, go watch the plays, talk to the people in the auditions, you won't regret it.
While the festival draws talent from across the hemisphere, it's rooted deeply in the local community, aiming to make theater more accessible in the border region. That mission is something one of the festival organizers, Karina Molina, continues to champion.
Our main goal of this festival is to celebrate and uplift Latino voices through the power of theater. We also aim to provide culturally rich and relevant stories that reflect the lived experiences of our community, while also fostering artistic growth and visibility for Latino artists, especially those in our area.
The event will feature free Spanish live performance, interactive children's shows, and community events by theater groups from RGV, Reynosa, Monterrey, and Torreón. This is Valeria Tokunaga for Vaquero Radio.
And McLean goes up and throws down a monster dunk. That fires up the UTRGV Fieldhouse.
And now time for Vaquero Sports.
The UTRGV women's volleyball team is getting ready to kick off the fall 2025 conference season. Leonardo Guajardo has the details.
Lupe serves, scrapes the net for an ace, and that's how set 3 ends.
On April 17, the UTRGV Department of Intercollegiate Athletics unveiled the women's volleyball team's fall 2025 Southland Conference schedule. The team will compete a total of 17 games, including 8 at home. At the start of the season, for the first 4 weeks, the schedule will alternate each weekend between 2 home matches and 2 away matches. Head coach Todd Laurie said the schedule composition is balanced and has an idea of what to expect.
The conference schedule, we kind of know what to expect, but I think the way the games play out as far as home and away, I think we're in a good spot and it's pretty balanced.
Before the Southland Conference tournament, the volleyball team will face off against East Texas A&M University in Commerce on the championship court. Laurie highlighted the advantage of playing on the same court as the tournament.
We go back-to-back at the end to Commerce, which will be a little bit of a challenge as we go into conference tournament, but also it gives us a chance to play on that court in a match the week before conference tournament. So that's always kind of nice. So you get to play on the floor that you're going to play in for a championship late in the season.
In the 2024 Southland Conference Tournament, the Vaqueros tied for third place out of 11 universities. Now, with many new faces, the team is focused on addressing weaknesses and adapting to the competition. Lowry said there will be some changes in the conference since the previous season.
Obviously, Corpus was very senior heavy last year, and grad students and coaching changes Southeastern probably affects those programs a little bit. Spring's just really been about us and focusing on how do we get better, things that we saw, were weaknesses during the fall, and how do we address those.
The Vaqueros would play their first conference game against Lamar University September 24th at the UTRGV Fieldhouse. This is Leonardo Guajardo for Vaquero Radio.
Newton drops straight back towards a crossing route. McCaffrey, touchdown. That's big time.
Good morning, Vaqueros. Here's the sports schedule for this week. The men's baseball team will swing off to compete against the Texas Tech University at 6 p.m. Tuesday in Lubbock. The men and women's track and field teams will be hitting the road to compete in the Alumni Muster on Saturday in Bryan College Station. Don't forget to bring your student ID to all UTRGV games for free admission and support our student athletes by showing up. This is Leonardo Guajardo for Vaquero Radio.
And now for this week's events calendar.
What's up, Vaqueros? Let's check out all the fun events going on this week. On Tuesday, it's Game On. From noon to 1 p.m., student unions from both campuses will host a Mortal Kombat competition. It's your chance to show off your skills and maybe even win some V-Bucks. Then on Wednesday, the Brownsville campus welcomes a special guest. Commissioner Linda C. Macias from the city of Brownsville will be on site at B Main Room 2.402 from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Grab a cup of coffee and hear about her role as city commissioner, what her day-to-day looks like, and how your vote shapes our community. That same evening, over at the Edinburgh campus, head to the Student Union from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. for Rhythm Night, where you can learn country two-step for free. And finally, on Thursday, the Intersectional Feminist Student Organization is spicing things up at the Brownsville campus with their Talk to Me Spicy fundraiser. From 11:15 a.m. to 2:45 p.m. at the B-Main Courtyard, grab a snack of hot Cheetos with cheese and cool down with some agua frescas. That is the event calendar for this week, Vaqueros. Don't forget to bring your student ID to all UTRGV events. This is Ariana Galladro for Vaquero Radio.
And now, for this week's campus weather report.
Hello, Vaqueros. Here is the weather forecast for this week. Expect temperatures ranging from 90 to 70 all this week, blowing in high wind speeds on Monday that disperse as the week progresses. We'll be seeing partly cloudy skies from Monday through Thursday, which will be interrupted by scattered thunderstorms come Friday, so prepare for the sudden humidity. Remember to dress accordingly for these weather conditions. This is Joseph Zambrano for Vaquero Radio.
That is the newscast for this week.
Remember to read our news articles every week on our website, utrgvradio.com.
Tune in to Vaquero Radio through our website or download the Radio Garden app to listen wherever you are and enjoy the best DJ shows around campus. Remember to check out our YouTube channel for the latest news from UTRGV and the Valley.
Our weekly newscast will also broadcast at 11 a.m. every Wednesday.
Join us next week, same time, same place.
Only on Vaquero Radio, the Valley student station.
Thanks for tuning in, Vaqueros. Don't forget to saddle up every Monday and Wednesday at 11 a.m. And remember, V's up!